Imagine if we could predict the future with AI, astrology, and numerology. Imagine if you knew the future, what could you do? For education's purposes only. Let's see how we go.
I see empty stores, and I realize that our politicians consider giving our enemy special technology to be the pinnacle of our culture. I see a lot of people, and many of them say that state lacks a platform since there is no one in charge of navigating the ship's unpredictability and unending repeating of cries. I see a young child emerge from the dirt with these laws. Were we the first to say that this plan would harm our freedoms? I see a huge tank rolling in from the north, and I see a wheel moving in. I see credit markets begin to freeze. That is when it becomes clear that the authority is not defending the citizens' economic interests. I see a nation whose primary purpose is to instill the best and brightest skills in the populace is the only course of action that makes sense. When we do so, they challenge the system. I see a wild look in their eyes, and many claim that it is not a matter of capitalism or militarism, but rather the existence of thought. I see in domestic life the people have lost all spirit. No longer have the people got any faith. It is only the stock exchanges and our debts which have profited from the collapse of the people. I see many complain of false protests to get the repetition machine out, and about as folks struggle to pay their rent, and our politicians' debt increases. I see as a wheel approaches from a gas station and stops. I realise that the Free State never truly earned the word free. I see a fire that stretches from horizon to horizon. I see it was never intended to be a state for the people, but a feeding ground. I see in the future many have moved to their gated communities and employs drones to monitor the people while many others fight it out for scraps every day. I see a problem with democracy in a country. It gives the people the power to decide, but a system dominated by centrist parties restricts the range of options. I see disease-causing viruses, and I see that some people have come to the conclusion that a slave state will never be a paradise for those who must labour to maintain it. I see a shift in the way people think about the future. This is the question that many people are asking right now. The fundamental political tenet is that the people are responsible for maintaining their state. I see good reviews from critics yet get no reviews or bad reviews from audiences. I see how miserable the folks are. Millions of people are jobless and in need of food, while the middle class and small businesses are in dire straits. I see dividing and creating a power balance, which will prevent place in the globe from being endangered by the various components that make it up. I see flash mobs invade affluent neighbourhoods as the new Robin Hood. I see in the future many ask, can you explain to me what the purpose of education beyond getting a diploma which proves you are willing to do a whole bunch of stuff and keep a schedule? I see an object in the sky, and I hear many people lament that the something is the world's foremost authority. I see a movement stands out for its understanding of mass psychology. I see democracy as a mastery over energy through the weight of dead mass numbers controlled by those that write. I see a white piece of paper with the numbers 1 and 5 on it, along with a black piece of fabric. I see it's encouraging to see that the covert are growing impatient with the authority and ability to promote to the public.
Check out past posts to see what we got right, and let us know in the comments to improve the algorithm. To find out your own numerology and how it affects your life, check out the description.